All right, welcome in Leo and Leo placements. This is your mid-June 2026 reading, okay? So it is from June 14th through the 30th, and it is intended for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. All right, so we are going to get a Moonology card as well as a couple oracles. Then we will get into tarot. And although it is a zodiac sign reading, so it's a little more specific possibly than a general collective reading, it is still technically a collective reading. So, as always, please take what resonates for you and your situation. Leave what does not for someone else. If you feel like this reading is not resonating with you 100% or at all, that is okay. Please check another placement. Okay. All right, let's get into it. All right, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Archangel Michael, what do you have for Leo and Leo placements from June 14th through the 30th, 2026? What is the energy here? What do you have? Okay. So we have you and your loved ones are safe. Okay. New moon in Cancer. All right. What else do we have for Leo and Leo placements here, Spirit? From now until the end of the month. What else do we have for Leo and Leo placements from now until the end of the month, Spirit? Okay, well, there might be something significant that happened around winter, okay? I'm not going to take that card, but that might be significant for you. All right, what else do we have here? Okay. So we have unsatisfied, bare minimum, reciprocation, losing interest. And we have searching. Thinking of you, profile creeping, blocked contact, profile searching. Okay. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for Leo and Leo placements from now until the end of the month? What's the overall energy here for Leo and Leo placements, please? What do we need to know? Okay, thought I had a card that flipped. Okay, there's one. All right. Well, we've got the Ten of Wands in reverse, okay? And the way it actually flipped, it was upright, and it actually flipped in reverse here, okay? We have the King of Wands. Okay, we have the Empress. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, and we have the Six of Wands. Okay, on the bottom is the Ace of Swords. I'm getting a few different feelings here, but let me clarify real quick. Spirit, can you clarify the King of Wands to the Empress for me, please? All right, so we have the World. What else flew out here? Okay, we have the Page of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, anything else? Okay, we have the Emperor. Anything else? We have the Five of Swords. On the bottom is the Three of Swords. Okay. So it looks like there was a cycle that maybe ended between you and someone here. Okay. So there is someone that's in your energy here that you either have or had in your life here, that really wants to take away whatever burden they brought into your life. Okay. So there could be a significant amount of burden that was brought into your life, chaos, conflict, maybe, things have just gotten overwhelming for you here. I feel like, if this person had added to that or brought that on in any way, shape, or form, this person wants to make things right, and they want to alleviate some of the burden, okay, that they brought into your life here. Okay, so from what I'm seeing here, okay, I see three separate energies. Now, male or female doesn't matter the gender, but normally the King of Wands is a card of Leo, okay? So this is a Leo court card, okay? So for those of you who resonate with being in this energy, male or female does not matter the gender. Take it as it resonates, okay? Because we have the King of Wands and we have the Empress, okay? So wherever you feel you fit in this scenario, you just plug yourself in. Okay, because I feel like, this is not a personal reading. I feel that, for some of you, you could be in this King of Wands energy. For some of you, you're in the Empress energy. Okay. So I'm going to read it both ways. Okay. If you resonate with being in the King of Wands energy, okay, you are in a connection with someone in Empress energy. Okay. Male or female doesn't matter the gender. Okay. But it was a connection here. All right. Like I said, if you are in the King of Wands energy, you're very passionate. You take action with passion. You thought that this person, or felt like this person was, the perfect person for you. This person is everything you could ever dream of. There was obviously a lot of attraction and chemistry between the two of you, okay? But there, like I said, there could have been a lot of burden involved with the connection with this person, okay? And like I said, no matter if you resonate with being the King of Wands or the Empress. So like if you are resonating with being the Empress, okay, and you met someone that was a King of Wands, someone that was very charming, charismatic, good looking, definitely had that sense of, passion and chemistry, okay, whatever the case might be, this Empress has a counterpart already. Okay, whether these two are married or not, these two are usually a couple. Okay, so whether this, you resonate with being the Empress and you had someone already in your life that maybe, maybe there was a cycle that closed with this Empress, with this Emperor. Okay, but the Emperor, whoever they were with. They came back in with an apology here, wanting to work things out. But it looks like it was something that could have been manipulative and led to some sort of heartbreak here. Okay, so that's what was going on behind the scenes here, with whoever this Empress is. So like I said, if you feel like that's your story, that maybe you were in a relationship or a marriage, okay, and male or female with the Empress does not matter the gender. But if you were in a relationship or marriage with someone, okay, where you had an ending of some sort, whether it was separation or divorce, and then this person came back, that the person you were married to came back with an apology, wanting to work things out, but it was basically just manipulation and just led to more heartbreak. Well, then you're this Empress right now. Okay? For those of you, like I said, because Leo, this is a lead card of Leo. So if you are identifying with being in the King of Wands energy, then you met an Empress. And whether you know it or not, that is what happened behind the scenes. Okay? So take it as it resonates for your situation. Okay? Whatever happened here between the Empress and the King of Wands, okay? Like I said, wherever you are in this, plug yourself in. There could have been significant burden, and it could be because this Emperor got back involved and tried to get this Empress back and all this stuff, there is going to be some sort of message, okay, some sort of communication that might be coming this week from whoever, this person is, about, maybe looking for attention from you, or possibly, just wanting to express that they want to work on things and be successful with you. Okay? Could go either way with the Six of Wands. Okay? But with, the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck here, there's definite communication, clarification, a sense of clarity and knowledge is going to be coming to you this week. Okay? From whoever this person is. Okay? So if you do resonate with being the King of Wands, and like I said, male or female does not matter the gender, but you were dealing with someone who was married or maybe divorced or getting a divorce. It could be someone who is separated from their spouse or person they were, had a family with maybe they weren't married, whatever the case is. But there, it placed a lot of burden on your connection with this person. This person could be coming in, telling you about what happened. They could also come in, if you already know about that, they could just be coming in, wanting to talk about other things that might bring some information to you about wanting to, be successful with you. Like I said, it could just be about, kind of getting more of your attention again, possibly. So we'll have to see if that's the case. With the Six of Wands, it could go either way. Okay. So let's see. All right, Spirit, what is the challenge area for Leo and Leo placements here from now until the end of the month? What is the challenge? Okay, we've got the Queen of Cups. We have the Star, the Three of Pentacles. Anything else? The Seven of Swords. Anything else? And Justice. Okay, wow. And at the bottom again is the Ace of Swords. Okay. So, like I said, male or female doesn't matter the gender. So no matter if you resonate with being the King of Wands or the Empress in this situation, it could be very challenging for you to keep your heart chakra open, especially toward this person right now. Okay? Because whatever had happened here, I do feel that with this unsatisfied card that it did have to do potentially with reciprocation. Maybe this person was giving you the bare minimum because they were dealing with another situation, especially if you resonate with being in the King of Wands energy. Okay. But it no matter if, no matter which, energy you resonate with, it is possible that whoever, even if you resonate with being the Empress, the King of Wands might have been giving you the bare minimum. Okay. So it really doesn't matter. But keeping your heart chakra open and being unconditionally loving, not only toward this person, but in general, might be a significant challenge here for you. Okay. As well as following your intuition, because maybe your intuition, told you that things would work out with this person, or that you would be successful, and for whatever reason, it didn't work out the way you thought. Okay. We have the Star. The Star is about healing. It's about second chances. It's about being inspired and hopeful for the future. Okay. All of those things could be daunting to you right now. Thinking about healing this with this person, thinking about maybe you're focusing on the healing process yourself, and that is significant for you. So thinking about healing a connection with someone, or feeling inspired and hopeful for, love in the future could also be very challenging for you right now. Okay. Again, another card of working things out, the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles for a lot of readers can indicate third party. Usually it's the Three of Cups, but Three of Pentacles can as well. And so, there could have been third parties involved, whether, with the Empress and the Emperor being out there. If you're the King of Wands, if you're the Empress, maybe this King of Wands had a wandering eye. Maybe there were third parties as well. There could have been third parties on both sides. But in any case, whatever you resonate with, just the fact of, trying to figure out how to work things out with this person could be very challenging. Okay. And part of that could be because there could have been some sort of lies, deceit, or betrayal involved here. Okay. So to get past that and to get the actual truth, where, maybe right now you don't believe anything that this person will tell you. Okay. And with the Page of Pentacles being up here, it is a card of messages, communication, things like that. But this person, whoever you're dealing with, could be younger, and they could be immature as well. Okay. So that might be part of the issue, or something that is affecting it. But like I said, with the Seven of Swords here, I do feel that there was some sort of lies, deceit, or betrayal involved here in this situation. And so, you just don't have trust for this person, I feel. And so, unfortunately, that is affecting this as well. Okay. With Justice, there could be legal issues going on, and that might be affecting this. Okay. It could also have to, again, be something to do with fairness and reciprocation. Okay. Equal give and take, balancing the scales. Okay. If you feel like whoever you've been dealing with here has been giving you the bare minimum just to keep you around, well, that's not enough. Okay. So the idea of having something equal and balanced with this person could be something that, you're wondering, how will we ever get there? Is that even possible? Okay. Again, on the bottom, we have the Ace of Swords. So I feel, again, like you feel that maybe this person hasn't been honest with you. This person has kept things from you, maybe lied to you. And so right now you don't trust them. It's possible that maybe right now, they could be completely honest with you and you just don't know what to believe. And I just got chills. So, I feel like that might actually be what's going on, unfortunately. Okay. So Spirit, what is the focus area here for Leo and Leo placements here? What should the focus be from now until the end of the month? What should the focus be? Okay, we've got the Moon. the Eight of Cups. What else? Okay, we have the Six of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles. Anything else? Okay. We have the Ten of Pentacles. On the bottom is the Eight of Wands. Okay. So, whoever you've been dealing with, like I said, wherever you are in this situation, just plug yourself in here, okay? Obviously, there were things that were hidden, okay? There are things that have been kept from you, and that might have to do with this Seven of Swords being out here as well, okay? So, Spirit wants you to focus on remembering that things have not been clear to you. Things have been cloudy, hidden. You know, maybe your intuition has been cloudy with this situation and this person because of, you know, you not knowing the truth, okay? But yeah, there are things here at play that have definitely been hidden from you, okay? So don't forget about that. You know, if you've already, I don't know if you've already walked away from this person or if you're thinking about doing that, but Spirit is saying that, you know, with the Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords coming out one right after one another, that you should really focus on moving away from this situation, okay? Creating a sense of space, whether you're walking away emotionally, energetically, or physically, or all of the above. Whatever you need to do to gain some more peace in your life and get to that calm, you know, moving on to calmer waters, basically. So into that space of peace. Okay. Now, I will say, you know, I wasn't feeling this. I had this card come out, at least with one of the other readings, if not more. In this deck, you know, this would be you, right? Moving on to calmer waters and sailing away here. But this person here in this deck, they're holding like feathers, which, well, it's actually the swords, I guess. But they, you know, it's the feathered part of the swords. But this person, like, they almost have like a smirk on their face. So whoever you have been dealing with, I feel, even though you have walked away or moved away from this, or, you know, if you are thinking about it, this person, for some reason, feels like they can reel you back in. There's something that this person feels like they can say or do that might be able to get you to change your mind. Okay, so Spirit wants you to remember that as well. I did get that download just now. Like I said, and just remember all the reasons why you don't trust this person. Okay, there is a new beginning on the horizon for you with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so focus on that. Focus on, you know, doing what you need to, you know, have this new beginning here. And if you do have a family, because, you know, we do have this, you and your loved ones are safe. If you do have, you know, children or, you know, anything like that, or, you know, maybe you have a family dynamic with, you know, maybe parents or, you know, that you're taking care of or something like that, Spirit wants you to focus on that. Okay. If you have, you know, a family, you know, unit that, you know, like I said, your parents or siblings or, you know, whatever you have, your children, focus on, you know, your family. Okay. But also with that as well, with this new beginning, it most likely is going to lead you to the Ten of Pentacles, which the Ten of Pentacles is basically, you know, generational wealth, that sense of complete stability, security, and that sense of family. Okay. So you have this Ten of Pentacles waiting for you with this new beginning, starting at the Ace of Pentacles. It might take a little while to get to the Ten of Pentacles, but you will get there. You just need to take that step to move on to calmer waters here for yourself. Okay? And the thing is that, you know, on the bottom here, we have the Eight of Wands. So I feel like Spirit is pretty much saying that, you know, you're most likely going to get communication from this person. Okay, but the key is going to be effectively communicating with them. You know, demanding answers. We had the Ace of Swords come out multiple times, demanding clarity. But the thing is that, you know, I'm not sure how you're feeling, but no matter what this person tells you, will you believe them at this point? So that's the question. Okay. So it is possible that, you know, if this person has been giving you the bare minimum, not really reciprocating, you know, your energy, the investment that you've been giving them, and creating a lot of this burden for you here, because maybe the connection was one-sided, you know, where you really want things to be equal. Okay. You know, maybe you've been looking to see, you know, what is this person doing? Like, where are they, you know, giving the rest of their energy and their effort into? Okay, now if you've blocked this person already, this person could be searching you to see who you have. Like, you know, like where did you go? But obviously take it as it resonates. Okay, because like I said, I'm not sure if you've already walked away from this person or if it's just something you're considering doing. Okay. All right. Well, Leo, I hope that this reading helped. Let's get you some signs here. We've got fire, we have earth, air, and water. So we've got all signs. We additionally have Libra, we have Taurus, we have Aquarius, Libra again, we have Pisces, and that looks like it. Okay. All right, well, I hope that this helped. I hope it brought you some clarity and insight for the next few weeks, 2.5, I believe. And if you do feel like it resonated for your situation at all, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, take care and namaste.